Enti na nkofo no ye be pam chief justice and ye be teaching nkofo atumasa. No see a law professor. Ono kwantumi ateche MPP for antumu under President Kufuor. What the hell say you call court and you touching nkofo be say you call airport you are go. Do you have the goddamn right to stop somebody who put on a valid passport, put on a valid ticket from traveling unless you have a court order? Memo beyond the ending trunk Chelsea betting airport. Akokcba. What the hell? Who that idea? Yeah, means I am going for that. They have a teaching way for teaching wine. Why not? Do you have an order? Do you have a police report? Do you have a sexual a bench warrant or a sexual warrant? You don't have. You have not even filed any complaint with anybody. Say, I'm not teaching for police. Busa Tamil so buy a rolling to catch us one teaching for to be teaching. Because the law does not work in your anus. The law does not work in your stomach. The law certainly does not work in your mouth. The law works within the jurisdiction of Ghana. Who need to me? I want to me kochi hute. That's now full soldier now confront that down. And the other kochi and oh evidence. Opuni case, you starting opuni case. 8 years the term opuni case now. Opuni case, you starting opuni case now. Opuni akoye one and opuni akoye fertilizer. 8 years. Oh kochi moving that house of kochi. NDC winning this weekend they 1 week. Oh, you cannot catch anybody focal unless you have a proper law. Now, if you want to money, you cry no lawyers. A fancy lawyers. Kochi, would you owe to me a corner kochi? So if you can go and go kochi, Master, me say, man, BP. Don't give yourself blood pressure. Ghana politics. Yes, America politics. They say, we be winning. NDC and MPP befa a game of chess. O call Missy Bronya party NDC for being MPP for the was here. Yes, I am serious. Party Sami Party bones. I mean, the video now. They are the chief chilling boys. Number 2, no more later. Do you Just MPP for NDC why the double salary? Why not to be prosecuting under double salary? Why am I to be prosecuting under nobody? Some might no just zero. Finito nobody. They couldn't prosecute even some might cry under it. Put soldiers and young money here or court, or it be evidence with they use for court. You not be talk. You not be just dead with they make for court. Court to do on me to charge sheet. What the charge sheet don't say what is the offense? I will charge in the What are the ingredients of the offense? Where is the evidence to support the ingredients in that offense? And you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Who did he attempt to that kingdom come? Nobody go see him. You know go fit jail anybody in Poppy. You have to have evidence. You have to have evidence. Why not evidence here? And obviously a chief justice. And you say no. Obviously a change the constitution. Man cannot change the constitution like that too. President Rawlings more than a constitution to her. And rules and regulations, terms and conditions apply. Who soldiers now didn't know from Nigeria coins won't drink. That's why Mahama did a 120-day plan about. Or say, and you hear any more kick on Conqueniati John Yamana Moyeno, John Yamana Moyeno, John Yamana Moyeno.
Vim Lady efia pokuya ababe kasa. O say hey NDC for munya munsi nhunu no. Basentali munya nsi nhunu no. Sam George munya nkwasi asem no. O say anoma ba kura no. Muntime nchene mfa ntum anoma ba. Nanka Akokcba say MPP for. Ene Vim Lady oba ni jasu pa nya asem keto abusia. Aha ye AKB TV. And then the first time I share video, message say more than a subscriber team. So like it, share. My own comment. What you share? Oh, I see how them. Mr. say send a bear for us to wait maybe no matter. Abusia, and Vim Lady just say the Vim Lady wadane MPP for Kevin Taylor because Kevin Taylor in Ghana, the same thing Vim Lady is also in Ghana. Omunyina go abruchiri. Ena abra na MPP was no. Na Kevin Taylor eto to Boba Park and also left right center sa. say NDC for NDC all power. MPP for NDC a opposition. He say Vim Lady so and I say auto to born so ba pack so sa. And then the live stream your bay no. Which means one who ye. And yansam ketobusia. We a penny pason betty in the coffee. Mebo video no ama wati na before say mebo video nti say owie no enya MPP for NDC for nkwa no ko mo so ene no ordinary e kire ye and Akokcba bi ono ankasa ne de MPP for o so what tin sem bi and Akokcba bi edinam TV station so kan say nanka MPP for poison o say and Akokcba bi janse hunu no worry ma woni wu se worry what no ma independent candidate hwe numbers a o de twi mu Obetina TV station so instead of so be cancel papa biama ato Ghana for asum no obetina na obeye se na MPP for 13 no me se ja sanse hu no kasa no jai ka owie no ena che se ordinary kire ye NDC for Communicators so o se no so hu se enkrofo bi na gu TV so ena ye ma obi akwa ma ne be fa airport obi antimi ntu kon se he to me be na mo wa mo betimi aka se obi okuta ne valid passport kita ne visa mo se mo mani ntu kwan mu ye hwan to me be na mo wo e bia na omo pese omo nya omo so betu kwan na omo so betu kwan a basentali mu ntimi nya omo foko mu ni eye court warrant mu ni eye even anything na mo betimi dia akose mo koseche omo if say MPP ni bi so tu kwan a mu ni pala abusuya and again no minim honhom kra ene ode betena ase obekasa ya no minim say yes and to me ne be she ni mu say I don't even know na ensem ne doso yenko na yenko kotie eye Vim Lady afia Akokcba na abusia me masema na meka de bia ne say ye betena o man we say mu na MPP fo ba be wie sika na say NDC fo ntimi nya omo foko NDC fo ba be wie sika na MPP fo ntimi nya omo foko a enti o man ya ye chichiri abusia enti e betima ye ni ana mentiasi o yesi echechire o man Ghana o man ne yesi echechire no enkrofo bi din se hunu yentimi nya o mo hwe Sicilia da pardon ne sa bo man sika mu atam $1 million something shane passe yentimi anya evidence bi amfa anche na antum ye de kokota ye be wo na echina sa na se jeja se ya o man ye be yire o because ye se ne Vim Lady kan metena se no kure because enye ne ye be ka se wo ya baban mu odi sika Oti ase MPP aba be disika akọ NDC aba be disika akọ but aban bay in wetimi ache san krofo esegum ebinsi oman ebe mami hu adwen kire e wase yenko na yenko TV Vim Lady afia Akokcba na nsem o de betu da eye endra no left right center ache se okọ obi aso no yenko na yenko tie and then the first time I dey share video make sure say mo dey na subscribe button so like it mami hu comment wadwen kire wase o share Mr. Copy this link o group bi mo forward to the group start I'll bet me about start send be for so yenko TV Vim Lady emra
no MPP for I don't know if it's a sign of desperation and MPP for Ankasa having seen that this is a dramatic monumental defeat in this 2024 election so MPP for starting my NDC showdown MMO opposition kamini hu ye to abewia you wait for the government to be sworn in until you swear president ni in and not starting a juma no normally your first 100 days assessment for the president but when the president Mahama met na konya no so cry people starting bono style be say serious the and Mahama so played into MPP for in their courts when he releases 120-day plan. For me that shows that he was eager to do the work but again also so they are not so better on my opponent topic also but even before crowd himself the Speaker of Parliament he's still the Speaker of Parliament until 7th January. You best swear in the 7th January, new president penny you best swear in you best swear in a new president, we'll swear in a new parliament, and we will swear in a new speaker. Usually speaker then in 7th January, but around that time now, say if there are nominees, they will swear, they will vote and then swear in a new speaker. First, a new president will be sworn in. Second, a new parliament, including Omo winning. Now that is why controversy about seats, they must resolve it before 7th January. But one critical issue is why if I had them called LGBT bill, 18th, 2 days. Until that means Wednesday. Wednesday, case don't come back to Supreme Court. na yempo President Mahama ba de no be sign it. Say na na sign and fan okwa. President Mahama will sign it. The media for especially bloggers. Why are you careful? This law way the way it will crack the whip, no. A very shocking component, but not just by the way information. But even before that, Parliament today, they must resolve it before 7 January. No, I think your man can start to say NDC for we now. And then I'm in the proper Kassan here starting program here. Because who cause before they didn't have a plan for a year first. They had a plan for election day, but they didn't have a plan for post voting. About to know, starting from registration. Some of my has now boys not there. Baby, elections they just tend to insult because on no need you can the way I know be the item. A registration. But you're more critical. You have to abandon your post-election or voting plan. And your election though, vote post. You have to the plan for your collation agent for how you manage the collation. One MPP they thought they were in a comfortable lead in the woman your mom. And this is what in opposition 8 years. A common dinner chair, why you aggressive or more vim. The energy, the enthusiasm, the motivation to take over power was high. It was higher than NDC for MPP for there. And the NDC had a plan for 12 years, because that is why you can see some miracle about it. A press conference. No miracle about this. So we are satisfied with the conduct of the election. Why the hell are you doing that? Why? I don't know too much there, but I think election experience I can't because you don't make that mistake. You have to learn from Kokwanyido's statement. We are in a comfortable lead. We are in a comfortable way. The same really been out to MPP before and then. So they didn't have a plan. Because plan. And you just plan because I'm sure they had semblance of a plan. But you must have a strategic plan. Number 2, you must have a plan B. And they always means that they become whatever. Party for will be. MPP before they didn't have a plan B. NDC had. It is a phenomenon mark in the cassette. NDC for Chinchi Momonsa. You didn't have a plan. NDC had that plan. Now what? Now opponent they try. Oh, master. You see, equity is the vigilant, not the indolent. So if you sleep on your rights, obi mechen what da? Opponent don't tell master. You go cry blood. Nobody will wait for you. No. And the time and NDC utilize our plan B. When they saw that challenge, at the end seats no parliament momo. Into any Mayan kangum. Near super majority of parliament. MPP had no clue. It took it took MPP for 2-3 days for them to regroup. Every county clearly they didn't have a plan B. They didn't have a plan B. Contingency plan no money be. It is about now as a NDC whether it is true or not. So I'm manipulating. No more did seat in the account because I make a say Bruce. What your opponent now only has money. Oh, opponent, no one now this strategy. We go score you. We go put pepper in your eyes. That is what NDC is doing to a MPP. Who's so many majority. You are down. He who is down, you fear no fall. You keep sleeping down. And NDC boys say, and to see to no cry will contest and take that seat. Suma will contest and take that seat. They must stand by but she will be asking that will take that seat. They are taking that seat too. You are joking. You are sleeping on the top. And as I said, they are two MPP for any blame game. We blame way. Now no, you're happy Akokcba. Or say you're poison. Are you serious? Master Jai excuse no. Honorable Akokcba, stop the excuse. They excuse, Master. Worry. Don't come and give anyone to be poison. One can't poison. No, you have to be a friend. It's an excuse. What report or look at the gap? Then an independent candidate has won. Then you want us to buy the cock and bull story that you have a poison, I don't want to withdraw from the race. You have a poison, I don't want to withdraw from the race. What was said there's been some poison allegations, you pay the so I like Carlos Ahinkra. I say, let's learn from it. NDC for so bad. Let them learn from it. Simple and yet. But we have to see when you blame game myself. Obia ya teacher blame na omu nyina benyebi. From Nanado to Baomianomu to Ninianum Cremofona. Even the strategy say we a Cremoniwa Kwakojina, Philadelphia, sorry, the Israel for a year, Gumaya for your guti, and away. Even the issue I raised about Samira, so be a Cremonia, the pure Cremoni, Gumaya, and before the have a dream at the of your car, near the Namakorino. Your mom feedback, you don't listen. And the blame game, Lydia. See, I can't say, oh, we my blame game from Nanado to the last party food soldier, Bema Musika, Mufan social media, Mufan command the delegate, Mufan command conform tonight, Tikano to years, Kennedy, or be a Benjamin. To stop the blame game, NDC Fako, 8 years, or Mako your homework, and Maba, do your homework and come back, say 8 years, you say 12 years, you say 1 years, you come back. Because at that point, nobody can claim so comfortably. Ghana for your system. Ghana was a hand on why America was they say almost the same everywhere you go. You to abandon now, that's some yes, or better amount. They always change. And when you blame them, it won't catch on about appear to be some Ghana to when you say, yeah. Ketiam on by a Ketiam or we, you know, what you to say, go for the they will thank him. But no names say, oh, they will score him, put pepper in his eye. What you have to mock on the baby? Simple. Don't come and appoint any idea matter, and young Kola matter. What are you? Young Colasa, baby, are your man casa. Or create homework, or pepper a young man be replacing why campaign a boana. They will look for the young man to campaign for them. But excuse not also. Focus on opposition, no? And some of these things say one person I feel the all can hear. Here are Eugene, a Subi, a MP. You see, the reason why there are Eugene, they are valid feedback, valid blame game, and all man, because Eugene, they are no kind. He was loud when MPP was in government. He was one of the very few people who didn't care about the Obedi. And he called them out, including Anando. So victimizing you, one victimizing your post and Mepe, maybe any Pamo Kenofriata, and a one Pamono. Kennedy Japan was loud when MPP was in government. He criticized them or say corruption, moody, sika, okay. So if and then Kennedy Japan or did say okay, it's a valid feedback. Wakanda. Now, more money, a be matter free, can be muddy. And crime by a muddy, a war by muddy. Oh, Korea, now baby, not a poison, you're poison, baby. Where is the evidence? Doctors report on me. I can say you're poison. Huh? Then I have a catch and let's say you're poison, that you're poison, one withdraw from the race. Huh? You're poison, and one withdraw from the race. I'm a brand baby uncle. Why were you insisting on contesting? See, tonight, Kojoba had my idea. I borrowed you in a Kojoba. I didn't want to come. I mean, what is it? Excuse upon needless excuses. Why we go and do your homework and come back? Say the NDC about this is not the first time we'll be and this is not the first time we'll be winning. 2000 Rollins a crowd years so Jenny bet now 2000 Ghana 40 years almost the same. 2008 that could fire maternal health. Why NHIS? Why a friend say school feeding and so Ghana for still almost a month and another month. Almost 2 months from doing from Samuels. 2016, Mahama, why Rage Hospital, why airport, why I say I could Dubai, so Ghana for so month to Oman to Amanom changing 1 million votes. And then Mahama come back to claim the 1 million vote plus 600,000, 1.6 million or their MPP for any shenanigans. What two of you? This is not the first time. Has a game of chess will be winning or be lose. The most important and critical thing in the which is that government not all banner. Would the government be able to fix Ghana? Because you say, and 8 years in now, there was serious demonstration by the youth of Ghana to fix Ghana or fix Ghana, fix Galamsey, fix infrastructure, create jobs, economy, fix it. All these things in Ghana, I went to me and getting 100% now for 2 no. What I say, me can say I buy and because I buy they do their best. And we have as citizens and voters, we have a right here to measure a buy say, what you must so any ana and so any ana. 20cc year to Tia Mahama. The same to Diana at the Mama, I don't know to work at a year present. Or say you want to me, I hear into Yana do dinner another 20. Now, all here another 10 and no collar. Time of call 2 4 said, I know I know call and what you are them got to somehow to work and another bit. And of course, he was not listening. What year was I forget it? What Tobia? If I didn't Tobia, I'm already another day. I know Mahama dia. Akonya na nkasa no, akonya na esi wo no. Presidential akonya, akonya is out. Okotena so awo adwen pa se dey na wo kotena so ye nti obi ayare ne becho. Yare e popo biribiri no. Unya kotena akonya no so pe ye nti obi abecho. But I like the advisor Carlos Ahinkra, former MP for Sema West, or the NDC. No, don't make the mistakes. Until Uncle you better pamu Chief Justice, and you better teaching Kofa to Massa. I know see a law professor. I'm not going to be teaching MPP for one to more under President Kubo. What the hell thing you call court and any touching Kofa? We say, yeah, call airport. You are going. Do you have the goddamn right to stop somebody who put on a valid passport, put on a valid ticket from traveling, unless you have a court order? Memo beyond the ending trunk, Chelsea, betting me airport. Akokcba. What the hell? Ooh, that idea. Yeah, means I am going for that. They have a teaching way for teaching wine. Why not? Do you have an order? Do you have a police report? Do you have a sexual, a bench warrant, or a sexual warrant? You don't have. You have not even filed any complaint with anybody. Say, I'm not teaching for police. Busa Tamil so buy a rolling to catch us one teaching for to be teaching. Because the law does not work in your anus. The law does not work in your stomach. The law certainly does not work in your mouth. The law works within the jurisdiction of Ghana. Who need to me? I want to me kochi who take. That's now food soldier now confront that down. And the other kochi and oh evidence. Opuni case, you starting opuni case. 8 years the term opuni case now. Opuni case, you starting opuni case now. Opuni akoye one and opuni akoye fertilizer. 8 years. Well, show down. Oh, the old guy say, yeah, you look like Kochi moving now. That's all Kochi. NDC winning this weekend, 1 week. Oh, the you cannot catch anybody focal unless you have a proper law. Now, if you want to our money, you cry no lawyers. A fancy lawyers. Kochi, would you owe to me a corner Kochi? So if you can go and go, Kochi, must I say, man, BP. Don't give yourself blood pressure. Ghana politics. Yes, America politics. They say, one winning. NDC and for MPP a game of chess. O call Missy Bronya, party NDC for being MPP for the was here. But yes, I'm baby. Serious. Party a president, some of party bones. I mean, the video me idea now. They are the chief chilling boys. Number 2, no more later. Dream, the men dream on a dream. And go for honey idea. Obi and to me, Obi, I miss opuni case. You didn't call 8 years cobra. One can you jail. Finance boys here, boss in and don't go a video. And you have a contact. I don't own say at your money jail. Ozzy at your opuni case 8 years. You're channel or you brother riches. You cannot find the evidence. Who's your opunia go ahead and opunia go have advisor. Bring the evidence to court. What evidence number 8 years that's soon 10 years back? No, nothing. When people are lying to you, we are actually this is main focus, and I see what President Mahama wants to do. His main focus is to make sure that he leaves the legacy. Or just legacy, or in fact, students will come and read about him. That is what he wants to do. What tell you that if you are double salary, it's true. First, people for NDC why the double salary. Why not to be prosecuting under double salary? Why am I to be prosecuting under nobody? Some might no, just zero. If you need to nobody, they couldn't prosecute even some might cry under it. Also, be a double salary. Why to me? Evidence they can't say more court. Food soldiers and young money or court. It be evidence with they use for court. You not be talk. You not be just dead with they make for court. Court to do on me to charge sheet. What the charge sheet? I say, what is the offense? I will charge in the What are the ingredients of the offense? Where is the evidence to support the ingredients in that offense? And you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Who did he attempt to that kingdom come? Nobody go see him. You know go fit jail anybody in Poppy. You have to have evidence. You have to have evidence. Why not evidence here? And obviously a chief justice. And you say no. Obviously a change the constitution. Man cannot change the constitution like that too. Yeah, President Rawlings more than a constitution to her. And rules and regulations, terms and conditions apply. Into your terms and conditions here, dear. When you say want to be changing constitution, there are rules and regulations from our I'll bet me I ain't sorry keke. Won't budget for President Mahama. No nya butre. Their priorities here and Sunny Eddie Fata. Dear here and they say he will make sure he leaves a legacy. He will make sure say near me here can say review. It's not Mama. See, Mama is smart. This is what shows the difference between Mahama, President Mahama elect. Any full soldiers now didn't know from Nigeria coins, won't drink. That's why Mahama didn't 120-day plan about. Or say, and you here, and then the more kick when you are John Yamana. No, his main priority is to fix Ghana and deliver something. Well, who corner on Betias here? Well, who corner? Ghanaians will have something. Say Mahama time and year wait. He said the account President Kufuor time yenya school feeding. President Kufuor time and yenya health insurance. That is the legacy Mahama wants to leave. Airport, terminal 3. That is what he wants to leave. Mahama time year way. Mahama. That is the legacy. Nyamo diana. Who got you a bit? You see the wheels of justice grind slowly. Lawyer the end inside here. The wheels of justice say asanko quarter. Kaka sani edi asem no. Nti enye ti asori yare edi obi akwa kotum. You must have all those evidence. No nya Mahama priorities are. Or see the wedding. That is why NDC Bonaya word say. Before Bekoi, more sign contract. I want to go for budget for them because you cannot tie us down. So what I say? It is this issue that was raised by some George money and the before military himself Felix Kwato Fosu. Or some military recruitment. What say? Fatima Abubakar, so they had the clearance that to do it. And that is our time where that is why they are doing it. Some of those things, so we will be when deep politics say my reporting about politics. And still that have any other President Kufuor. And Tatukata party, not Tatukata for what I'm so hoko, mean pepper, would you have to maybe a party then I'm a pay. President Kufuor and no approval for a year president. Salary single spine salary structure. We are two baby wounds in 2008. And so these things follow normal trajectory. Mahama 2016 normal appointment. I think auditor general normally at the day, and these are normal things that happen. But I think that a CIA urban. For instance, Kufuor a single spine salary structure. NDC President Mills had a problem. Say, who seek a work office. And it's all what you say, single spine. Near Banner since he can't one year of funny. The same thing NDC will raise red flag this year. What you say? And if he says, yeah, channel snap. That's the only BBI. The question is that Obama Sikeni will debate your contractor worker. Obama will increase government pay because don't forget already, Ghana economy no egu is because Abani the biggest employer compared to other countries. Other countries now come private companies and Ghana and most African countries over here now buying any power workers. Into Busumi Bia Sikani from 11 years. What is here? Do not know the salary and NASA. Now, see a copper bossian, and the better petrol, your copper bossian, and the better car coin, your copper bossian, and the better key infrastructure. That is why NDC has a problem. So I want to know answer. Because Obianim say incorporate wealth. And Prof. One say Prof. only more about leadership. He will give us more education that incorporate wealth, The key thing, and he say, acting. So who opposition there, acting. You don't take long-term decisions. And in the papa was a truck convention meeting at was say, so I buy no quad. Don't make strategic decision that you say I buy no over. Because I buy no chain. It's as much as I plan at that hole. A plan at that hole, can who is scanning in a triaka, who is scanning in a way. I buy the back now talk of fiscal way. Now, NDC bar. Mahama chasing our so called Bobbisian. So what I say, or Bobbisian or Bobbisian. None in your public debt, they say, 600 plus, no, say a bit home. And what will be the justification? Tina Ben Biaba no about Ponibi or about a Ibosiani Biakan. We must budget young tree about settle the issues. They say, I think that sometimes full soldiers now, so I was saying, Mama Madrini. Full soldiers, Mama Madrini. So that you can address issues critically. And you say, the young call be like, it does not solve any problem. It won't change anything. It won't change the key facts, no. Which is that I was saying, I have one Mahama no govern ye. In fact, Mahama of Akokcba. Ghana, oh, see, Range Hospital phase 2. Say anybody. Sanka Range Hospital phase 2 do a bole as a copy. But it's in Accra. serving the people of Accra, me boy, because I Ghana for Unesika. Market is saying, see, Mahama Chromo Boli. So it's incumbent on a band that. So be winning no better or your president for all. Because of the tax can be. Never sit down and for water reading your Akokcba and government Mokrama and Tramanity and your voting. That's why we all attack them. Because you know taxes, the Ottoman want to amount, Obia COVID levy room, Obia e levy room, Obia income tax room. You know, you see, can you get it on mine? And you be can't down and say, oh, shut up over there. You can't talk about Ghana. Now, go tax in Ghana. Now, who's sick of crying? Who's sick of saying? Busa prof, no me idea of school fees, ya can see a broche, Ghana, businesses near there. Go and ask them taxes to income tax back. You get 20% of your salary income tax, boom. Oh, question why I hear. Oh, question I hear. But you have the audacity, the impudence, the effrontery to tell Obisi don't talk about Ghana, Obisi don't talk about Mahama, don't talk about what about them? Oh, yeah, and I want to be you. Oh, go and see Ghana, Ghana, Obenya toilet rosika. Ghana, Benya toilet rosika. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry has the right to speak about Ghana. On Tiasia, transform and or Kole Lagoon or Pono or Bratemakra, which we have a tom no shipo. Ubet me up to add a tom no shipo. Until they are strategic things, say the NDC can. These are critical issues that they must focus on. But my member of your market video, nature no case. NDC go chinchimo monsa, I need your seat in the from them. And I'm saying, who kosa? If you sleep on the job, open it there. Obey you, Sulia. You keep an out, go post more. Obey you, Sulia.
And my good self were there as representatives from the party's headquarters. On that day, that was a Thursday, last week Thursday, we had 4 constituencies: Fantiakwa North, Akokcba, Suhum, and Nsawam Adwejiri. The first collation to be completed for the day was Fantiakwa North. When we got that done, we came to Akokcba, which we also successfully completed, and it was declared. Then it was left with Nsawam Adwejiri and Suhum. Both were being done. Now, for Suhum, there was another go slow. The NDC at every stage tried to disrupt. Eventually, they rejected 6 polling station results, and we accepted that if they've rejected, they don't want it to be part, that is fine, because it was still giving us a win of over 1,500. Then they tried to use an independent candidate agent to frustrate the process. In fact, eventually, the NDC leaders who came there, led by the famous Alfred Woyome, told me and Honorable Obiamwa that they want to negotiate for us to allow the declaration of Suhum, and that their foot soldiers were amassing outside, and that if all 4 constituencies are declared for us, they will kill them. Very sad. Eventually, when we said no, we have to continue with the process, and we completed the Suhum process where Suhum was declared, they tried another go slow on Nsawam Adwejiri. Each one of them that came said, oh, you say, I'm not on praying winning. Where does this happen? Eventually, when the EC official decided to continue the process, the NDC, led by Alfred Woyome, came into the collation center and said that, okay, their computer was not working, so we should give them 2 hours to charge their battery. As at 1 a.m., when they had gotten 3 hours to charge the so-called battery of the laptop, they said they were tired. Meanwhile, their candidate walked in. The candidate for Nsawam Adwejiri walked in. And we said, okay, if you are tired, the candidate himself was there. Meanwhile, Honorable Anodampre had been there the whole day. What next? The EC official, after another 1 hour of unnecessary disruption, he said he was tired, he was feeling sleepy, and that we should do it at 6 a.m.
At the end of the day, the say, Masa, Oda, always say, Miss, when you may say, I can say about 2024. it will be dominated by ways and means. Ways and means, don't know. What the opponent obey us? No, they use Sudia. Obiandoka, Obiandoka obey, I didn't correct amount. What the obey us? We collation, young collati. Every woman NDC vote be 2016 almost a movie. Tip man.